So Vercel just dropped a new agent framework and the internet is pretty excited by it. Essentially what they're giving us is Next.js except for agents and done in a really straightforward folder structure that I think we can all understand. Now, total disclaimer, Vercel reached out to sponsor this video, but I was totally going to be making a video on this anyway. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use an agent to set it up really quickly without having to write any of the code. We're going to build a full-on Slack bot courtesy of Vercel Connect. Go and call all the different image generation tools and come back with some social media generations for us. You can basically get it to create any kind of agents you want, deploy them. You can sell this to businesses. You can use this within your own business with a kind of repeatable scaffolding and framework that's really powerful. There are a ton of different agent frameworks out there. It's not a new thing. The way Vercel is approaching this and the infrastructure, the connections, the tools that they have already make this really powerful and really plug and play, and also very flexible to your needs. It's giving you the best of both worlds. It's completely open source. You can use this as you will, but it also gives you nice plugins and infrastructure that you can take advantage of as you need. It's all baked into this one tidy little infrastructure. So brand new, and what they dropped is Vercel Drop, Vercel Plugin, the Chat SDK, Q's SDK, Connect, and Eve. And Eve is the one I'm probably most excited by. So the first cool thing is standardization into a tidy little directory. Now you're going to be creating multiple different agents for multiple different things. This is super powerful. Anything you can possibly think of building, you can with this SDK. So one thing I really like and I think is very important is you can pick any model that you want. And if anything, we've seen over the last 2 weeks with Fable that a model can be taken away from us very quickly. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want the ability to switch between multiple different models because one company might have a great image gen model, another one better at completions. You might want fast models, cheap models. You want to be able to route to any model that you want, and that's done through Vercel's AI gateway. So all those skills that you've built up, whether it's using OpenClaw, Hermes Agent, anywhere else, you can basically import them in and use them in your agents. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And if you decide that you don't want to use this, you can take those skills and use them elsewhere. So we want to give our agents hands of the ability to do work. And so we can simply now define those in TypeScript. Well, we just get our agent to define them in TypeScript. So whether that's doing research or generating images or getting the weather, anything like that, you can create a tool that your agent has access to. Safety, of course, is very important with Vercel Sandbox. You can spin up individual sandboxes as needed for your agents so they work in a contained environment. Another new drop from Vercel is Vercel Connect. This solves a really big problem for me. Do you ever have that pain when you're trying to connect it to Jira or Slack or any of your other tools? I'm going to show you how I was able to connect Slack to multiple different models to do some image generation in just a few minutes. We're used to using sub-agents. Your agent can spin up multiple different sub-agents that use different models. You can even have them work in parallel. All of this is thought about in terms of the agent workflow. And of course, you can run these through Slack. You can create a whole web app interface with Next.js that connects to it and runs it in the background, or you can have it run on a schedule or a cron job via Vercel workflows. In Cursor, Codex, Claude, whatever agent you're running, they're all very similar now. What you want to do is open up a new folder. If you want to install this manually, you can just run this here, or we can just copy the instructions and hand it back to Cursor. In terms of model, I don't need Opus necessarily for this. I'm just going to switch over to Composer and then hit go. Even if you are in Codex or Claude, you should actually be picking the right model for the right task. This will actually speed you up and save you tokens. So that's installed and it gives us the setup instructions here. Let's just take a quick look at the files. So if I open my folder here, my agent folder, that's the main root folder that contains how the agent is going to work. We have here channels, what channels are going to be used. Later on, we're going to add in Slack. You can have a Next.js interface for your agent. There's multiple other different channels like Jira. So tools are basically the hands that we're giving the agent their ability to get work done. And you can see this tool is written in TypeScript, but you could have any tool you can possibly imagine in this folder. The instructions then kind of contains the soul or the agents.md that we're used to, the basic instructions for that agent so it knows how to operate, who it is, and what it does. So to run it, super simple, just npm run dev. So one thing you'll need to do is make sure that you have the CLI set up. So if you type / here, you get all the different commands. So we're going to say install the Vercel CLI, and then you want to go and actually log into Vercel when you're finished. So once those two are connected, you should be good to go. So I'm telling the agent to set up a new project called SD Graphic Designer in Vercel under the team switch dimension and link it to this project. Now we're still in the same conversation here. So the original docs that I pasted in should still be in memory. Let's just take a quick look at our context here. Yeah, we've got a ton of context left to go and we have the original conversation. So let's just go and run this. Because I'm using the Vercel CLI, I don't actually have to access the Vercel dashboard and go and configure it and set up the projects. I have that already set up, so I can just ask my agent to use the CLI to do that for me. This is a huge time saver. So if I take a quick look in my Vercel dashboard, you can see that it's been created for me, SD Graphic Designer. Now, you can choose to run this agent completely locally, and if you do, you don't have to go through the connection to Vercel. You can just actually put in your own Anthropic API key in the local env file. But in this case, we want to be able to connect to Slack. We want to take advantage of lots of other things that mean we're connected to the internet and the workers, etc., that you get with Vercel. So we're going to go ahead and deploy this straight away. What needs to happen then is we need to pull down the environment variables from the new project that we've created in Vercel and link it to our local project. I'm not even going to run these commands. I'm just going to get the agent, which suggested we do this, to run these for us. So it's pulled down the gateway key in the project mapping. If I was to look inside in this .env local here, I would see that that has been created. So we can actually go and run this quickly by just typing in npm run dev, and I can just say, what is the weather? So it's connected to Claude and it's asking me which city. And so we have the connection up and running, and it's giving us the current temperature. It is not 22 degrees, is it? So if we want to check out the deployment, I can just click on the link here. Now deployed on the web, so we can give access to Slack, etc. Now this is completely open at the moment, so you need to be careful about your security. So basically this is up and running now and accepting messages. Let's open a new terminal with Command T and then select terminal, connecting, and what is the weather in New York? So that's basically the simplest agent we can set up and deploy our hello world for Eve. Now let's make this actually useful. Who needs a weather agent? So taking a quick look at my context, I have about 20% used of my window and I want to do a discovery session. I don't need the previous setup information. So I'm just going to spin up a new agent. So here's my prompt. First thing I'm going to do is include the documentation for Eve because it's brand new. The model is not going to have any context of this. So the objective here is I use my own app, Levercast, to come up with multiple different social posts, but I want to be able to add images to those. Generally, I'll go to Gemini or OpenAI and I'll try a couple of different prompts to see what I can get, but this is very time consuming. So the first stage of any agent or feature development is discovery. It's where you do a little bit of research and have a conversation with the agent about what you want to build. So in Cursor, we can go into ask mode in this case. So I'm happy enough with the conversation so far. So we're heading up towards 40% in terms of context. I want to go ahead and create a plan now, but I'm just going to go and save this conversation as reference. So I'm just saying save what we've learned here to docs.md file. You can see it went in and saved that in that folder. So now we're just going to go and create a new agent. I'm going to go straight into plan mode, and then I'm going to reference the project brief that we just created. Let's create a plan based on this project brief. Now, in this case, I'm actually creating the plan using Opus 4.8. So I've switched over from Composer to Opus because I generally like the kind of plans that Opus creates. Again, that's the power of being able to switch models and being model agnostic. So it's asking me for my styling, so I'm just going to add in my design.md. That's basically just a file that tells it what kind of fonts I want to use, what colors, etc. If you want to get a set of skills to help you create your design.md and your design system, go to MOLTEN OS. It'll basically give you these skills here, which allow you to create a brand and a design system. So we've got our plan in place. Now we can run the implementation. So I'm just going to switch over to a new model here. I'm going to go with GPT 5.5. I could use Opus, I could use Composer, but I like to change it up when I'm prototyping so I can get a good sense of which model is strong or weak in what areas. Okay, so let's go and hit build. Here's where the new Vercel Connect comes in. So basically I can now simply add a connection to my agent. I didn't do anything here. The agent was running through the setup process in the plan, and it prompted me to make the connection between Slack and our SD graphic design project. So I'm just going to create the Slack connection here, and it's telling me we're all set. So I can go back to my conversation again. So right now it's stepped through most of the to-do list and it's about to deploy to Vercel. So at this point, I can get the agent to go and validate this via the browser, but I'm just going to run this myself because it's much more of a human in the loop workflow. So let's take a look at what was added to our agents folder here. We have the Slack connection. We have our skills, the brand guidelines, the prompt template, the actual skill in our skill setup. They're using a standard that's already there and being built upon. Love that. Okay, so let's see how we go. So I have my switch dimension Slack here. So I'm giving it a simple prompt here, create a simple graphic that illustrates what a content window is in relation to LLMs. You can see it's thinking here. Are we going to get an error? This was just a one shot after all. So it's given me the prompt back. So it seems like it's working. I'm going to create a social graphic in 1:1 aspect ratio. And here's the purpose visual direction. So I could choose to iterate on that if I want to, but I'm just going to say go ahead. So I've added a safety step in here because money is on the line. We're using our credits to do the image generation. So it's saying, do I want to approve the tool call? You can turn that off if you want. While it's running, we can go to the project and look at the observability and the logs, and we can see exactly what's going on. You can see here with Vercel Connect, we just have Slack connected, but you also have the ability to connect all of these other different systems right now. So you can see one that wasn't on the list here was Monday. You can actually just type in the name of the tool or system that you want to connect to, and using a little bit of AI, it's actually gone and found a solution for us. So we can use basically the API key or OAuth. So you can pretty much generate the connections. This is next level stuff. Cool, it actually works. So based on our prompt, we have our various different outputs. So we have this one from Flux, we have this one from GPT, and then we have this one from Nano Banana. And then I could use Levercast, my own app that I built, to go and post all these across my various different social platforms. So essentially, this is just the start. I can create any kind of agent app that I want to be able to utilize in Slack, either myself or my team. To give you an idea of kind of the things we can create, I could have a content repurposing agent, a personal branding agent, a lead research agent, anything that you could possibly want. You have full control over what tools it uses, what workflows, what connections it have, and particularly what models it's using. And that's really important. So now you can spin up your own agents. You can connect them to Next.js. You could even put some kind of an application front end in front of your agents and start using it within your business or selling it to your clients. The next thing you're going to want to do is give your agent superpowers in the form of skills. So I highly recommend you check out my video on skills next.